Hi guys, David Coleman from WP Mayor. Today we're going to look at a WordPress plugin called Microblog Poster. Now this plugin will help you automatically share your blog posts and pages to your social media networks. Now Microblog Poster is set up as any other plugin in WordPress is set up. You need to go to the WordPress repository and search, which you can do obviously through your WordPress admin. Search for Microblog Poster and it'll be the first result that you find. Click the Install Now button. Now, the people from Efficient Scripts, who are the creators of Microblog Poster, they have what are called add-ons. Now, add-ons are added features for their premium versions of the plugin, and what you need to do for that is to install the add-ons after you install the free version of the plugin. Now this is an add-on. It's the ultimate version of Microblog Poster. And so we're installing this after we just installed the free version. And as I said before, this will give us additional features, premium features. Go ahead, activate the plugin. And now we have the normal Microblog Poster and the Ultimate add-on, which gives us extra features that we've paid for from the premium version. Now for the premium version of Microblog Poster, we'll have to enter our license key right here. So go ahead and do that if you bought a premium version, and then just click on Save License Key. And once you do that, it'll tell you that it validated the license. Now over on the sidebar, you can see you have Microblog Poster. That's where you create all your settings. And it'll give you 5 tabs: General, Social Networks, Auto Publish Old Post, Manual Publishing, and Logs and History. Now let's take a look at the general options for Microblog Poster. Now if it's more than one author on your website, you can enable multi-author mode. And then you can choose what level they need to be to create personal accounts and to auto-publish to social networks. And same thing for if you're the lone publisher for the site. Now as well, further down, you can select your own URL shortener service that you want to go with. Perhaps you want to send posts to Twitter, and because they have a limit on their characters, it's good to set up a URL shortener. And Efficient Scripts gives nice detailed instructions for doing just that. And we're going to set up Bitly a little later on. But for now, just know that, and especially with the premium versions, you have multiple shortener services that you can select. And here's more further down: Google, AdFly, and there's other ones further down. Now at the bottom of the general tabs, you can see the default behaviors for when you publish your post and your pages. And this can be overrun on an individual basis within the WordPress editor. But for instance, let's say we don't want our posts to go to social networks whenever we update them. So you want to click that. And you can do the same thing for pages. If you update a page and you don't want it to go to a social network, then you can click that as well. Now, Microblog Poster also allows you to send out custom post types. Now you can also exclude posts from going out to your social networks based on what category they're in. Now I'm working on a demo site, so I only have 2 categories. But let's say for instance, anything that's uncategorized, I don't want to go out to my social networks. I would click on that. Now below that, this area, this is your shortcodes adjustments, where you can choose how many characters you want to go for your title, the first words of your contents, an excerpt. Now be very careful and keep an eye on the numbers you put in here, because if you allow too many characters to go out to a social network such as Twitter, which has a limit on the characters it allows, your post will not go out to your social network. Okay? So keep an eye out. And here's the shortcode filters below. This can be overridden on an individual basis with each post within the WordPress editor. Now let's set up Bitly for our link shortener. Bitly has been around for a while. It's one of the major players in this area. And besides giving you a nice short link for services such as Twitter, the service helps in tracking individual links and getting an idea of how you're doing on performance. So sign up for a free account. And we'll use the nice instructions that Efficient Scripts gives us to sign up for Bitly. Sign in and then use your password right here to generate your token that you'll need to enter into the microblog post settings. So copy the access token and back in the settings just enter it into the field and you're set to go. You're all set up with Bitly. Let's take a look at the second tab for configuring which social networks you want to send your posts and pages to. As of this writing, Microblog Poster supports 11 social networks, and what you'll need to do is give different credentials depending on which social network you're going to configure. So Twitter has several different things you need to fill out, such as consumer keys. Facebook, same thing, keys, application secrets. And these are needed in order to work with the API of the social network. Now, a service like Delicious only needs your username and password. And same thing with Instapaper. You can get by with just your new username and password. For this quick demo, we're going to show you how to configure Twitter for your post. And Efficient Scripts provides some instructions for how to do just that. The first thing we need to do is create a new app inside of Twitter and give certain details such as the name of our app, how we would describe it, our website that we are tweeting from, and then you need to put in a callback URL. After you created your application, it'll give you the details of the setup. You can go back and change some of these later on if need be. And you want to make sure your permissions are read and write for Twitter. And then the keys and access tokens tab gives us all the information we need for the microblog poster settings, the consumer key, consumer secret, and then we also want to create our access token. And that way we can get our access token code and our access token secret. And we want to paste these into the settings for microblog poster. Now I've already done this, but I want to show you to create a new account, social account. What you do is you click on that button and then choose your social account, in this case Twitter, and fill out the information for the different fields. And again, I've already done this, and we'll go back and take a look at what I filled out for my purposes. So here's my Twitter account, and you can change things. So if I click the edit button here, we can see how I filled it out. My username is @DavidB.Coleman. You can select the shortcodes for however you want to set up your message. And here, especially with Twitter, it's important to not use too many shortcodes that go beyond their character limit. So before I had this in there, and it wasn't able to post to Twitter because with the configuration I had earlier, the character limit was beyond their maximum allowable limit. So I went with just these. And then if you want to include a featured image, you can do so. And then they need your consumer key, consumer secret, and your access token information. And then once you enter that, you just click save. And then whenever you post out of your website, you're good to go. Let's take a look at posting to Twitter. Let's create a new post. I'll give it a title here, Never Too Late. Throw in some Greek text. Give it a quick headline here. Okay, let's do this real quick. And then below the post, you'll see disable microblog poster at this time. So you can override that if you don't want this to go out to your social networks. And then I want to set a featured image that'll be shown on Twitter. And I'll grab this little quote graphic, set that as my featured image. Now when we go over and we click publish, it'll automatically go out to Twitter, and you'll see you get a notice, post published. And let's go view the post. Let's update, refresh the page on my social network account, and you'll see Never Too Late with the bit.ly short URL link, and then the author DC, that's me, and there you go. It looks pretty nice, and it's all automatic. Now let's look at the next tab over where you can auto-publish older posts. Now Microblog Poster will run a cron, and what it will do is look at the specifications that you give here below as far as the minimum age and the maximum age for your post, and it will publish those automatically within a certain time period. So right now it was 24, let's change it to 12, and then we're going to post one older post that is at least 30 days old. Let's change that to 15 days old and no more than 90 days old. Okay, so posts between 15 and 90 days old will automatically be posted, in this case to Twitter, because that's all I set up, and anything that's uncategorized will not be sent out. Okay, now here we can determine the format for the post that goes out, and again it has several several shortcodes you can choose from. So we're going to keep it simple, and then you select which accounts. So I'm selecting my David B. Coleman account at Twitter, and then you click save, and then the cron job will be run automatically and your older post will be sent out. Now in the next tab over, you have the ability to automatically send out either a link or a text message to your social networks. Now this setup is totally separate from your blog posting. This is something that you do from here, and the nice thing about it again is once you set it up, it goes out to all of your social networks that you configure. Okay, so this is where you choose the social networks that you want to update with your manual post. And we're going to take a look at sending this out to Twitter, because for this short demonstration, this is the only social account that we've configured. But let me give you a quick example of what you can do here. Let's put in a quick title, add a URL to my website, and we're just going to send this link out to Twitter. That's checked, and we're going to go and click share. And that should automatically be out to Twitter. See, now we got it successfully posted to social accounts. Let's go to my Twitter account and refresh the page. And you'll see there it is. Now again, this will go out to all social accounts that you set up with Microblog Poster. So if you have a quick message or link to share, that's the way to do it without having to go into the WordPress editor. Microblog Poster keeps a log or history of your posting activity, and really it can help you with any debugging you might have with the plugin. It keeps track of every post you do with Microblog Poster out to your social networks. And the red that you can see right here are all errors that tell you, in this case, the status is over 140 characters. It was only a read-only application. And these errors actually helped me sort of debug some early issues I was having with the software as I was getting to know it. Okay guys, that's it for Microblog Poster. If you're looking for a WordPress plugin to help you share your posts and your pages to your social networks, you might want to give it a good look. For WP Mayor, I'm David Coleman. Take care.